Welcome to the Calzone. Back here with Brian and Ben. As in Ben's words, this one might get spicy. We're talking about commissions, dude, and how much realtors make, real life, and what our clients think. Right? I mean,
right? The clients.
That's what it comes down to, dude.
Why do I need a real estate agent?
Right. Why do I need a realtor? I can do this myself.
I think before we even get into that, I want to, like, as a real estate agent, I don't want anybody else to know this, but I'm going to say it. Commissions are 100% negotiable. We as real estate agents cannot set commissions. That's price fixing, and it's illegal. However, right, me as a real estate agent, Cal as a real estate agent, we have value in what we do. So we can decline a commission if it doesn't fit what we feel like our value is.
That's a great intro to this.
It kind of spicy, right? Like, it's not something I want, like,
dude, it's always
everybody should
an awful,
know it. Everybody should know that.
100%, 100%. And I like negotiating with my clients, right?
Yeah.
I just did it this weekend. Like, honestly, bro, I spent 7 hours on Saturday with this couple that, I mean, we were driving around from new build to fixer upper to, I mean, we're kind of all over the place, right? 7 straight hours with the same two people. That's a long time to be on, you know, answering questions. And,
it's not an hourly gig.
Right, bro. And so we start writing up an offer for a new build. I'll just be super transparent. Most of the time,
is price fixed and illegal.
Most of the time, the realtor that brings this client to the new build site makes maybe 1%. Maybe 1%. So 1% on not even the sales price, on the base price of that house, without the upgrades, without the lot premium, any of that. So there's not a whole lot of money there. After that comes your brokerage, the MLS, the association, the state association, the national association.
Cost for us,
right? That 1% is in this little bucket, and dude, there are a lot of hands in there. And then taxes, you know, after that. So it might look like you're making an okay paycheck on that 1%. You're not. I mean, you're really not. Let's break it down hourly, right? Let's get back to this story. So the lady is a pit bull, dude. She is just negotiating with everybody. We're in these new build sites, and she's just like, sharpen your pencil, sharpen your pencil, sharpen your pencil.
This is the client.
Yeah.
Okay.
To these sales reps at the builder site, sure, and they're just like, lady, the price is what the price is. Like, there's not really any room to negotiate, right? There is a little bit, right? Yeah. There's some stuff on the back end. There's some closing costs and stuff like that.
That's another good podcast to talk about new builds.
Right. I would love to do that, especially with you. Anyway.
We digress.
I just like sitting here.
So 7 hours with this couple, and she's telling everybody to sharpen her pencil. I know that she's coming at me next, right? So we're writing up this offer, and she pulls me aside, and she's like, so what can you do for me? And I was like, as far as like pitching in for this, it's not my house. But she was like, no, can you drop your commission any? And I was like, listen.
My first question would have been, do you know what the commission is?
I did. Okay. I did. But I was kind of...
That's how speechless he was.
I was just kind of like, ow, that hurts, you know? Yeah. I thought we were buddies there for a minute. Yeah. But kudos to her, dude, for trying to get the best price for everything.
Completely above
right?
board, yeah.
100%,
totally.
100%. I can't get mad at her.
No. It's funny. We're laughing about it.
I did say, you're kind of hurting my feelings right now. Although our commissions are 100% negotiable, 100%. Check out my hourly wage, right? How much do you make hourly, or how much are you worth? What's your value hourly at your job, right? And then let's take 1% of this house that we're about to buy. I'm going to make like the money there is like maybe $5,000. My broker's going to take a little bit. Taxes are going to take a lot of it. Association fees and desk fees and, all these other fees come out. Hourly, I am making maybe $15 an hour on this transaction. And that's not what my time's worth. My time is worth much more than that. I appreciate you asking, but I'm going to have to politely decline. I'm sorry about that, but I just think I'm better than that. I think I'm better than $15 an hour. Now, when it comes down to it, that's what I'm going to make anyway on that new build transaction. But
I would venture to say, just a little sidebar on this.
Do I sound like a shitty person, dude?
No, I just want to know what was the conclusion?
We fought in the parking lot, fisticuffs.
But did you cave?
No, I couldn't. There's not enough room, and you have to talk to your broker about this. You have to talk to. You have to get it all approved. So no, I couldn't cave. There was no more money to give anybody else.
Yeah.
And just a sidebar again, this is not totally commission related, but if you were to go into that new home build, if she were to walk outside and say, well, then I don't want you to represent me. Okay. She walks back in. She most likely would not be able to negotiate that 1% out of the purchase price of that home.
Probably not.
And she's unrepresented when she walks in there.
Right.
Right. That's another thing for new homes specifically, right? You're represented on your side. Residential as well, right? You'd like to be represented because we know the business.
Right.
And the representation costs something as well.
Right.
Despite, right, like marketing, we're talking about, listing versus a, purchase, but, we've got a lot of different budgets within our team as well.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it was important to just say, like, she's not going to be able to walk back in there.
I think that's a huge point. I think that's a huge point. And that's just new builds, right? Yeah. I mean, if let's talk a buyer trying to find a listing agent of a house, trying to get a better deal on that because the listing agent could maybe cut their commission because they're working both sides. Mm-hmm. Does that make a whole bunch of sense? Having the person who's legally representing the seller fight for a better price for the buyer. They're trying to get the best price. They're signed with a duties owed form saying, I'm fighting for you with your best interest at heart. But I'm also going to fight for the best price for the buyer too. So
let me give you a caveat to that, right? Because I've done some investment stuff, right? So I go as an unrepresented buyer and I negotiate out, whatever they're offering the buyer's agent. Okay. Again, this is not something as an agent I want everybody to know about, but what are you losing? Okay. Let's just say you negotiate out, the 2.5% that they're offering to that buyer's agent. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're not going to fight for you on anything else. You might get that 2.5% reduction, right? But, right, like, are they going to fight for rehab? Any rehab that needs to be done on the house? Are they going to schedule the right inspectors?
Right.
Do all of these things that we do for our buyers' clients?
Right. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe not.
Who knows? We started talking commission. Now we're talking about dual agency. Yeah. And basically, I think what it comes down to is, I don't know.
Cal, it's very easy.
I feel like I shared a lot, dude. I'm really vulnerable right now. I feel like my face is bright red.
Totally. This is us talking a bunch of shit about something that,
Right.
So let's bring it back around, right? So why have an agent? Why pay the commission? Let's talk about that. Let's really get into what is our worth and why are we worth it?
That's a great call. Knowledge of the market, negotiating skills. I'm a blast to ride around in a car with.
You're a lot of fun. I'll give you that. That trip to date.
But there's so much more involved in negotiating skills,
100%.
right? Like, I mean, we could do a whole nother podcast on that. I just want to, reiterate that, negotiating on your behalf for what you want and explaining the ins and outs of what you want and what the benefits and the repercussions of what you want could be.
Right.
Right. Marketing, right? We're talking about sellers now, but marketing, marketing your house, we have a website, we have, a team. We have 3 different people on our team that can take care of you.
We have a database of buyers,
right?
That we're all working
with. And I would
with.
say this is not, what I'm about to say is not price fixing. We're not charging anything extra for those 3 team members.
Right. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And that's a good point. That should definitely be on our website somewhere.
That's great job, Ben.
Yeah.
Take that note.
We just got to get you a new pen, dude.
I was using this G2, dude. It's way better. I forgot what I was going to write down. It's been a super long day, dude.
I think this has been the most fun podcast, honestly.
Just because you're listening.
I don't have to say anything. I learned a lot about builders.
I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, but I feel like I was just I feel like I was back in a life coaching session, bro. Is what I felt like. So, let's get out of here. I'm done.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.